Hey guys, how's it going? IcyCat here, and today I'm going to be doing reviews on the Year 2 Season 1 premium content that got added last week. We've got a new Elite Pack for Rook and 4 new Universal Season exclusive skin bundles. Now if you want to know how they look in-game before you buy, then stick around as I give you my review next. Let's begin with the new bundle pack for Rook. This is the Gendarmerie Elite set, which loosely translates to a kind of police station. And that's fitting because Rook is shown wearing an old vintage riot control suit with thick padded armor and an almost wrap-around heavy-duty ballistic visor. Now be aware that you cannot mix and match headgears and uniforms. If you put on either of these pieces, the other one is going to come along with it, as they must be worn together. So you can't put different headgears on Elite uniforms or vice versa. This keeps in line with the theme for the other Elite Operator uniforms released so far for Sledge, Thermite, and Kapkan, who all had a similar vintage old-fashioned uniform design theme. The Gendarmerie set is available for 1,620 rainbow credits and is found in the shop under the uniforms section of the store. Of course, the uniform and headgear isn't the only thing you get. There's also a custom weapon skin for each of his primaries and secondaries, a weapon charm, victory animation, gadget skin, and operator card. That last one is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Whenever you have an Elite uniform on the game art in both the Operator Select screen and the Operator menu screen, it will now be changed to show the custom Elite uniform's different appearance. You're also going to have a gold background and effect on the screen for everyone to see your Elite selection because bling. When wearing the Elite uniform set, you'll also get a custom victory animation. This one is called Smug, and it fits as Rook flicks out a few deformed bullets from his thick armor and gives a little chest pound. There's a few conditions on the victory pose. As mentioned, you must be wearing the Elite uniform set or else it won't happen. You also must be the round MVP in the winner's gallery. If you took the second spot or lower in the lineup, he'll just be standing there without doing the animation. It's meant to be a show-off move for being the best on the team, at least in overall score. Next is the weapon charm. Although these chibi charms for each operator aren't new to Siege, each Elite bundle packs comes with a version of it wearing that custom Elite uniform and headgear. This is a universal weapon charm, so you can put it on anyone's gun you see fit. Then we have one of my favorite gadget skins seen in the game's Elite kits yet. This is the Acier skin, which is French for steel, for the hard metal plates from Rook's armor pack. It doesn't change anything about the gadget except for the visual appearance, but keeps in the cool vintage visual theme. The Siege art team placed in a great nod to the community. As you can see, tucked in the back panel is a dossier sleeve with the folder label Rook Mine. That, of course, is the reference to one of the Rainbow Six subreddit threads that went viral in the community, where a screenshot of an in-game text chat was shared when a Rook player asked why he got team killed, and the other player responded by writing Rook Mine. Ever since, it's been an inside joke in the community, and now it's found its way into the game. And seriously, props to the dev team for giving the now viral community joke a nod like that. Finally, there's the sang-froid weapon skin, French for cold-blooded and staying calm and collected under pressure. This goes on each of Rook's primary and secondary weapons. You don't have to use these when you have his Elite skin on. In fact, you can use them without the uniform too. Not only that, but even though it's a skin from his Elite bundle pack specifically, you can also apply it to anyone else on GIGN that uses those same guns. Doc can use any of them, and even the attackers can for those sidearms and shotgun that cross over into their selection too. The skin itself is done in all neutral tones of browns and black with some dull metal finish here and there. It's very classy while keeping it simple. In many places, the black also has these custom grip textures as well. I've really enjoyed all the Elite uniform weapon skins so far. There's been a real lack of realistic weapon skins in the game for the most part, and each of the Elite skin bundles have brought around some very nice choices for players who are looking for a skin that's both cool and at the same time something a little bit more realistic than most of the other skins in the game. Rook's Elite bundle is a really great addition to the theme so far. The price is definitely a little up there for these Elite bundles, especially as they can only be purchased for credits, not renown. But you manage to get a lot out of it, and that's really good. Some of the other weapon skins in the game can easily come in for around half this price, and while some of them may be bundled, others might only be good for 1 or 2 guns. Here you're getting a skin for 2 secondaries and 3 primaries, and that can extend into all 3 of the other GIGN operators to at least a partial degree, or in Doc's case, the full selection of weapons. Combined with all the other elements you get in the bundle pack, like the uniform, matching headgear, and gadget reskin, among others, and you're actually getting a decent value here if you don't mind spending extra money on visual customization options. Now let's take a look at the 4 seasonal exclusive premium weapon skin bundles. Each of them are universal and can be put on any existing operator's weapons in the game. They can be purchased individually, but with the bundle you'll also get a universal charm and save a whole lot in the overall prices. These are all found under the Bundles tab in the shop. First up is the Fermin bundle. It's available for 882 credits or 31,500 renown. Also, a real quick note is that your prices may show as slightly different than mine. Since I'm a season pass holder, I get 10% off purchases in the store. So if you don't have a season pass, the price will look a little bit higher. Anyway, this gives you the Chupinazo Universal Weapon Skin and the Toro Charm. Toro, or bull, is just a simple red bull universal charm done in the blocky, almost origami design. San Fermin is the city where the running of the bulls takes place, and the Chupinazo is the rocket launched to kick off those festivities. As you can see, this design is all about that. No matter what gun it's on, the red charging bull is present against the high contrast white and black background. The back half of the bull transitions into this kind of red and light blue shatter effect as though it's charging through something. On many guns, some of the light blue elements are tied to pieces of the gun like the trigger, charging handle, or fire select switch being the same color, along with the other fragments that make it up. Additionally, there's always these golden yellow accents on the gun, often as an arc in front of the bull, but also seen on some of the other accents here and there like the sights or foregrips, rails, and other pieces. The material itself has a dull and fairly subtle metallic reflectivity to it, most notably on the red parts. There's also a bit of a raised texture, but most noticeable on the trail of the shattering red and blue pieces. With some of the vibrant colors on this skin, as well as the high contrast white and black base, it can get an almost cartoony look sometimes depending on the map's lighting conditions. Then there's the Alchemista or Alchemist bundle. Available for 882 rainbow credits or 31,500 renown, this gives you the El Dorado Universal Weapon Skin and the Morion Charm. This is a universal charm named for the type of helmet it depicts, as is often shown with conquistadors of the 16th and 17th centuries. El Dorado, of course, being the city of gold they searched for during that time. This is easily my favorite of these 4 seasonal weapon skins. It has a lot of rich attention to detail, with engravings textured on the sides of the weapons. On all the hard edges of the gun model, there will be like a gold gilding that adds a lot of rich detail wherever you look. There's also extra bits on the gun that are gold as well, like the triggers, attachment points, knobs and switches, and whatever else they could find. Weapon handles are usually a brown wood, and buttstock and foregrip or barrel shroud materials are often a kind of banded red and darker red strips sort of a material. Overall, it gives the weapon skin a very luxurious appearance, and I've yet to find a gun that this universal skin looks bad on. Even though the metal is more of a dull gray in color, it still manages to have a very high, almost polished reflective quality to it, with the other wood parts having a slightly duller but also somewhat reflective lacquer on them. The quality of these skins are honestly excellent. Next in the series is the Base Drop Bundle Pack, available for 765 rainbow credits or 28,800 renown. This includes the Crossfader Universal Weapon Skin and the Beat Match Charm. This is a universal charm shaped like a small DJ turntable, and the content in this bundle is clearly meant to tie in more to the club-style theme from the new Coastline map, as opposed to the more cultural Spanish themes of the other bundles. The Crossfader Universal Skin is all black on the front of the weapon, transitioning to a hot pink with black half-tone dots towards the back of the weapon. There's also an intense purple stripe that sort of runs like a giant seam right down the center of the gun model and any central accents. This is a very glossy and highly reflective material. It's almost like a vinyl skin that's been dipped in some kind of a high-gloss sealant. The black parts can look especially reflective, and they make me really want that all-black universal skin that they've been teasing us now in the last couple of seasons' show matches but have yet to make available. The last of the bunch is the Bolero bundle for 765 rainbow credits or 28,800 renown. This football-themed, or soccer for Americans bundle, features the Leon Furioso weapon skin and the Liga Española or Spanish League charm, which is just a football using the Spanish flag and colors. The weapon skin itself is underwhelming in my opinion. Maybe fans of Spanish League football will get excited over it, but I personally found its Saved by the Bell early 90s design and color palette to be kind of silly. The golden symbol being found somewhere on each weapon really being the only thing that I found kind of cool. Even the paint job's materials are uninspired. They feel flat and dull, and they have little reflection, texture, or displacement to them. I feel like this one just really fell flat, especially when compared to the much more visually interesting El Dorado skin. But to each their own. I mean, if you love it, don't let my opinion stop you either. Now, I have to say, I'm actually a little bit disappointed in this season's offerings overall. We got one really cool Elite uniform skin, but last season we had 3 Elite operator skins to kick that off with. And last season we also had a bunch of standard operator uniforms to choose from, and this season there's nothing that's available to choose from for standard operator uniforms. Now, perhaps they're going to take a different rollout approach to this. Maybe instead of putting them all up in the beginning of the season, they'll just kind of roll them out periodically over the course of the season. That is certainly a possibility, but there's also some other issues too. I mean, we've been seeing some of the content coming out, like we just got these new football helmets or the rubber duck charm pack. We've also recently had all the Rockstar bundle packs and the insect bundle packs. We've had a lot of this goofy, silly content, and I'm not here to argue whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. I have my own personal opinions on it, but I understand and respect the fact that some people do like fun and silly things. But I'm disappointed that we haven't had more realistic content. Back in Season 3, when the clown masks first came out, there was this huge outcry on the forums and the subreddit where threads were upvoted thousands of times, or some of the threads were upvoted hundreds of times, and Ubisoft had a meeting and they said, "We hear you. What kind of things do you want to see that are more realistic?" And we gave them like hundreds of responses to like the kinds of things that we wanted to see. And here we are 3 seasons later, and there's like none of that. I mean, okay, it might take a season or two to kind of, get off the design table and implement some of that stuff, but I sort of feel like by this point we should begin seeing some of that. And again, I'm not taking anything away from those people that like the fun and the silly stuff. I'm not here to rain on your parade. I'm simply saying there is a very disproportionate volume of that silly stuff compared to any realistic choices. There are very few specifically realistic skins or headgears to choose from. And I really want to challenge Ubisoft to step it up a little bit more and at least restore some balance to that. Keep making the fun and the silly stuff. I'm not saying stop that, but give us more choices in the other direction too, guys. Well, that wraps up this review video for the Elite Skin and Season Exclusive bundles. In the coming days, I'll also be doing some videos showing you tips and tricks for the new map Coastline, so be sure to look for that. If you want to be sure you stay up to date on all the latest reviews, tips, tricks, news, information, and more for Rainbow Six Siege, then please like and subscribe. You can also follow me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.